Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Eric, Pamela Perone, Mike Masters, good to see you. Ray John, Lema, Sharpie, everybody out there, Soupy, Claudia 1111. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual talk show. Hey, Mike Masters, good to see you. Lima, Bon, everybody, Alcove, everyone out there. Hey, Chelsea, Milla, I think it is. You, good to see you. Everybody out there coming in. Hey, Trisha Northstar, welcome to the show. And we're here with you on another exciting evening of Encounters. Hey, Gary, the late night spiritual UFO talk show with your host, CmdrAleon, the man from Mars, the man with the Ashtar Command, the man who was a talk show host for 21 years on WESU NPR Pacific Radio, right here. Hey, thank you for the heart there, Chelsea. The heart puff, thank you. Voice of One, welcome. So we're going to have another great program. We have no idea, as usual, what's going to happen. Pookie Bear, good to see you. Yuri's Clips, Underwater Earthlings, welcome. Everyone out there, wherever you may be, you are here. Wherever you may be, you are here. We're just getting started. We got a full glass of apple cider. Never, 90% of the time, we need to have the apple cider, and we've got it right here. So welcome. And it's good to have everybody with us. Pookie Bear says, I took photos. Diane, thank you for the roses. We appreciate it. We appreciate that so much. Laura J.M. So definitely. Hey, Susie, Beach Toe, good to see you. Just looking at all the people coming in here. And we've just started. Floyd Brown. You might have heard of our show, some of those folks that are kind of new to the program here. This is the number one spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Yuri says, I was over 20,000 feet in the air last night. Yuri, explain. 20,000 feet in the air last night. Let me go backwards here. Or Yuri, could you explain what you mean? I understand the 20,000 feet in the air last night. How were you 20,000 feet in the air last night? Susan Murray, welcome. Hey, friends and fairies. Good to see you. Good to see. Hey, Kit Kat. Everyone coming in here. And we're gonna, if anything happens, I want to be the first to know about it. So we're bringing up my friends with fairies, April. If she does go off planet, she's going to be going off planet on the show tonight. I'm not saying she's going off planet. It's going to happen. Why is my screen going weird? What is
TikTok has been going weird all night. My screen was doing weird stuff earlier too.
So I'm actually I got some light here. Thank goodness I got a big lamp. I have one of those big things you put onto the camera here that makes your light bright up.
I figured out there's something that when you touch your screen, it'll show like a little sunlight on it, and that's what keeps making your screen go dim.
I wonder if there's I wonder if it's something I'm able to switch. Like, no one's on here. Like, if I press my button here, and I can change things, like it says.
Don't touch any of the buttons. Just touch your screen itself. Turn that off.
Yeah.
Touch your screen itself. Do you see like a little sun? Is it showing like a little sun or a little light?
Like it shows me on like there's a heart. It used to be like a round thing. Before I go live, it changes.
Yeah, it should let you adjust your light with that thing if you just like touch it.
Oh yeah, there's something, a layout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a layout.
Yeah.
So
that's what keeps messing your thing up and making you dark. because it did it to me the other night, and I
I
figured
wonder
it
how
out.
I wonder how I do that. Fix grid, layout is panel, layout switch, panel layout. Oh, that's really interesting. I never knew about that part.
And neither did I. I hit it by accident. I didn't realize I had done it.
So it says settings, grid, fix panel. How do I get to go brighter?
It should show like a little sun or a little light bulb or something that
Yeah,
you should
there's
be
a
able to
little.
push up and down. It'll let you
Yeah,
know.
if I yeah, it's showing when I have there's like a live with guests. There's a little CmdrAleon, and it says here it's like a little looks like a circular sun.
Yeah, see if you can push that
Press.
up and down. It should brighten it if you go up.
Okay, so if I push it up and down, let's see.
That's your brightness.
Allow requests and followers. Let's see, moderator. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, wait a minute. Well, that's really interesting. Let's see if I can adjust this. I think I can. I think I can definitely adjust this. Let me see here. We're going to bring that person up in a minute. Enhance. There's an enhance thing for smooth, shape, eye, enhance face. Okay, enhance my face. How do you enhance my face? I don't usually use this thing. It says a filter. Sunny, original. Now I'm going to bring you back.
Try
Okay, let's
scrolling. If
see.
you scroll it sideways, it should make you brighter.
If I scroll it sideways,
Yeah, it'll show like bright, peach, whatever, but it should make your face a little bit brighter.
okay, there's a thing says enhance. Okay, there's yeah, it's like amber. Oh yeah, look at that.
There you go. See, now you're brightening up.
Yeah, I think I'm brighter than I was before.
Yeah.
Let me try one thing, folks. I'm not trying to be silly here, but this thing is crazy. Oh, it's changing my thing here. Let's see, can I get a movie, peach, bright. I press bright. Okay. I'll go with that. Let me see if I can bring myself back to normal here. And now it's changing. Wait a minute. There's this thing going on. When I pressed it, it was like changing. So let's see. Let me bring you back up. Bring you back up to. Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to do that.
I know
Wait a
this
minute.
thing's crazy, right? Well, your face is a little bit brighter though.
It is a little bit brighter. So I'm going to expand myself. I'm going to bring things back to normal, I believe. Give me a second here, folks.
Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
that's not working. Wait, we're going to get this fixed here, folks. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I know this is like driving everybody nuts, but now I'm going bonkers here. Let's see. Do this. And then we'll have everything kosher in just a minute here because I've done this before. Oh, here it is. Let's see. There's a thing that I have to press. And it makes everything go back to normal.
I do the same thing when I'm trying to turn my camera around and trying to get all the stuff
Okay.
off.
I'm doing one more thing, folks, here. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
He's a professional.
Yes. I am a professional. Professional talk show host. Professional. Yes, I am. Let's see here. So when I have guests on here, and I pressed my expand thing here, I got April back on live. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. It says shrink. I don't want to shrink. I want to get things back to normal.
You got me on the big screen.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. I'm gonna change the grid thing here. That's what it was. The grid thing back to normal. Going back to the panel. And let's see. This is the grid I want. Okay.
There we go. Now we're back to normal.
Yeah, but now you're small.
No, now I'm back to being big. You had it perfect just a second ago because I was big and you were big.
I was?
Yeah, just a second ago you had it the way it was supposed to be.
Okay, let me go back to getting myself back to where I should be. Okay.
No.
It says here
Now you're
settings.
in the little
Okay.
grid and I'm in the big grid.
How about if I go here?
You're in a multi-panel. Okay.
Now
Now
you're
I'm little.
small.
Now I'm little. It's okay.
We are going to get people on here, folks. This is something that's driving me nuts here. Give me a minute.
Be
Only on
patient.
encounters could these things happen. Let's see. Let's see. Multi-guest requests. This is saying fixed grid. I don't want a fixed grid. Let me switch that. Let's see
Yes,
what
I
happens
am
there.
his sister. We
Okay, there we go. All right, now I did it.
yes.
I got it fixed. I'm not touching it again. I just did that. All right, folks. This has been spontaneous things that happen when I do this show. Sometimes things like this happen, and now it's good again. So there you go. And you can still see my face, so that's a good thing. And again, the requirements are: if you wish to be a guest, you must be over 18 years old. If by chance either April or I walk away from our computerized system here, and we hear someone, like my sister comes to visit me, and she says, my voice, and she says, "I can't hear you," and she says, "What? I can't hear you. I told you it's time to go." A little bit of comedy here from the commander. So it's good to have everybody here. Now, if it happens to April, so a father comes, or my father, they're all visiting her, and the parents say, April, it's time to go on the ship again, but I'm live. Well, let put me on the camera before you go, because I want to say hello. There's a little bit of humor coming out here tonight, folks, so just beware. Hey, Johnny, good to see you.
To answer your question, me and the commander, we grew up and our parents are best friends. So we grew up together. And even though we don't have the same parents, you won't tell me that is not my brother.
Right. Same
That
thing here.
we grew up in the same home. We grew up in the same place. We went to school together. We've been very close knit. Our whole team, actually, we are all
Yeah.
best friends off planet.
Yeah. Johnny, Kit Kat, and all, Chesno, we all came from, like everybody else, we all came from another planet before coming here to volunteer. And our parents found us, which I still find amazing, in a big multi-universal way, how they found us. But they found us. They found April. Then through April, my parents on the ship found me. So it's pretty crazy. So welcome to the show. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. Now things are not crazy. The screen's just the way it should be. And welcome to the show. If you're just joining us now, you have not missed anything yet. Okay? You haven't missed anything. If you want to be a guest on the show with us, all you have to do is be over 18. No children on the show. No cursing. No smoking. No drinking. No alcohol. What else was I saying? No paranormal discussion. No vaping. Nothing. No smoking in general. No drinking in general. If you're going to come on completely conscious. If you've been visited by space people, if you've had abductions, if you've seen mer people, if you've seen fairies, if you've had interactions with Bigfoot or crop circles or anything in the galactic cosmic realm, please, come up and don't be afraid to share your story. That's what we do here, so we're glad to have you all with us. This is another edition of Encounters. It's about 22 minutes after 11 here on the planet Earth on the East Coast, and we're glad to have everybody here. Let's see here. Francisco, welcome to the show. Diana, welcome. All the people coming in here, welcome to the program. And we will definitely be interested in hearing your stories out there. I'm just inviting, I'm just inviting people that I don't think are here right now. And we're going to invite just randomly people to the show and see who shows up. Let's see here. So I'm inviting a few people here. They might already be here. So I just invited 15 people. And that's what you can do. Everybody, hey, Slim Jim, welcome. Everybody, invite, people that you feel should be here. We definitely want to invite people all over the world who you think should be here watching the show. Don't be shy about that, for sure. Shell Bell, I think Shell Bell wanted to come on. Shell Bell, are you there?
And
Shell
Commander, don't forget
Bell,
to set your goals.
oh yeah, I have. Well, my biggest goal I have right now is that I go off the planet while I'm live tonight. I got you, didn't I? Let's see here. That's my top 10 goal. Let me see here. Did I set it? Let me see here. I just pinned it. I have the Knight's helmet, so I've actually added the Knight's helmet as my goal tonight. I love switching around different things on the TikTok gifts. That's my goal. And Kit Kat says that's a great goal. My biggest goal is during my broadcast, April sitting on the live, and all of a sudden my father comes in or my sister comes in, says, Commander, it's time to go. And you're sitting there monitoring the show because I had to go off planet. That'd be kind of funny. And you know what? It could happen. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I don't know why I'm in such a comical mood today, but I am. It's been a crazy day anyway. And it's also a full moon. That might be part of it. That could be. Hey, Lexicon. It should happen, but it won't. Well, you never know. Hey, Daredevil, and my biggest call is beating gravity, and I've done it. Daredevil says, my biggest call is beating gravity, and I've done it. Good for you, for sure. Cheryl says, I love everybody. Shell Bell, we're going to bring you on here. Shell Bell. Let's see, I have to press the button there. We have our first guest. Good evening.
Hello, Shell Bell.
Hey, Shell Bell, welcome to Encounters.
Oh my gosh. I'm sitting outside in the hot tub. How did I get on this live?
Uh-oh, you requested it. I didn't mean to do that to you. You're in a...
I was lifting the cover off the hot tub.
Oh my gosh.
Glad I'm not on camera. Glad I'm not on camera. I'm sorry. You can put me down.
Okay, I will let you down gently off the ship. Here, let me just
I'm listening though.
I know you are. Now, she was in the request mode thing, so how did that happen? I saw the request thing there, and
oh my goodness. She's like, I'm glad I'm not on camera.
And let's see, much love. Nature's Whisper says, I got some great photos of friendship with furries. I do have a guest request here. Who's that? Francisco. Let's see what Francisco. We'll bring Francisco F.
Hello, Francisco.
Hopefully TikTok is working without any intergalactic interference of any sort. Let's see here. Francisco? We're going to try to bring this person on. The thing is like spinning around like it's trying to get the person on. I'm assuming that's Zachary. Welcome. River Blues, good to see you. And Francisco is not able to, for some reason, come on. Oh, there he is. Hey, Francisco. Francisco.
I'm lagging. Oh, there you go.
Lagging. You want to go out and come back in? Yeah. He's having some problems. That seems to be with TikTok, the whole thing there. We're going to try to bring Francisco back up. Theric, thank you so much for the heart puff. We appreciate it. Dale Johns, call me Zach. Okay, Zach. Nice to have you with us, Zach. Okay, we're going to try to bring Francisco up again. Hopefully this time no lagging, we'll see what happens. And you're watching. Francisco, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Cool.
Okay, welcome to the show.
I've been here before.
I know you have. Do you have a TV on or something?
Let me turn this off.
Yeah, turn the other thing off. It's interfering with you.
Oh, that's why. How about now?
That much better. Welcome to the show. You got me. You got my sister April up in Vermont on. So welcome back. Good to have you back with us.
Another thing, I was just recalling a few things I saw that it's not about spiritual. It's about something I think it might be a little extraterrestrial, like flashing lights in the sky, the rainbow
Yeah,
color ones. When I
yeah.
when I started
Tell us
waking up,
about that. When you start waking up, tell us about
you
that.
you know those big light bulbs that you see in the movie theaters, like Premiere or something that goes like flashing, but there's no way there
Yeah,
was no coming. It wasn't coming from anywhere. It was just like rainbow color,
rainbow color.
like a portal or
Um,
something that like I saw in a video once. It looks similar to like those Washington demon portals, but was rainbow.
but you saw like a portal on a video. Was it like a documentary, or was it just something somebody posted
It wasn't out. It was outside of my house from far away.
outside of your house? You saw it. Okay.
That was
So
like
what?
earlier. Like it was like earlier when I was waking up,
Mhm.
2022. I don't know if that has to do
So
with aliens or
I have no
spiritual. That you.
idea. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on that. I wish I could say I do. You know.
And plus, I'm always curious, like how you helped the last gentleman before about how to wake up. I'm still not
Oh,
good at meditation.
yeah. Well, that takes a little bit, a little bit of practice, Francisco. I think if you keep doing it, don't think so much about doing it. Just do it. If you think too much about how hard it is, um, it's going to make it difficult. But if you don't think about how hard it is and just do it, don't let your mind think about, oh no, I got to meditate. Oh man, that's going to be so hard to do. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Like that's the thing that gets me thinking. I think too much.
No, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to stop thinking so much. Only think like if you're driving in the car, then you think, well, where am I going? How am I going? Do I make a right turn here? Am I going to the market? Then use your mind. But when it comes to meditation, stop thinking so much. Turn it off.
Just just like sleep.
Yeah, just turn it off. Just what you need to do is like you get on YouTube and get some ambient meditation music. You take deep breaths, breathing in and out. And when you breathe in, you breathe out of your nostril about 3 or 4 times. Keep your eyes closed. Let yourself calm down. Listen to some ambient meditation music. Your whole vibe will calm down, and you'll be able to meditate and do the meditation in order to facilitate the ability to be calm and not think so much about the meditation that it's and will initiate the potential contact with your space family. That's really key.
Well, I always wonder. I always believed I'm an indigo because of my year.
But yeah, just try to, allow yourself not to try. Just let go of thinking so much. You're a thinker. You need to just let go of thinking so much. The thinking gets in the way of the ability to be an inner peace, and the thinking gets in the way of being allowing you to go beyond your physical realm to the cosmic realm, which is where you want to contact your space family. They're there somewhere out there, but you have to really discipline yourself more to stop thinking so much. You're thinking too much.
That's true.
So I want you to practice not thinking.
That's redundant.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard.
know, but yeah, I want you to practice not thinking. That's the first thing I want you to do. Practice not thinking. And secondly, then I want you to do the meditation. But you got to get over thinking so much first before you can do the meditation.
Right? How do I do that? Like stay still, listen to
Yeah,
music.
by stop thinking and by playing ambient space music, just go on YouTube, type in ambient meditation music, and that will help your whole body calm down. The music itself automatically will calm you down. It will.
Also, there's a thing that I realized that I have like what's the word that people call it when you have uncontrollable shaking,
Uncontrollable shaking.
like
Um,
in the legs.
and I'm not sure what they would call that. I honestly, that's not in my forte of what would cause like uncontrollable shaking of your legs. I have no idea.
I think it's called
So
tics. I think it's called
someone
tics.
says, someone's saying tremors, restless legs.
That's probably it. My
Yeah, probably
handshake.
restless legs. All right,
Yeah,
my friend, just try to focus on that, and yeah,
I'll try.
if you do
I'll
that,
try
I
get.
think
I'll try looking for that ambient music.
yeah, it's right there on YouTube when you're not on my live watching. Go on YouTube, put ambient meditation music, and you'll be able to see it.
Can you drop me off?
Oh yeah, let me do that. I'll drop you off the ship here. Let me just do this here. All right. Francisco's on the ship with April and me. And let's see, there's 2 people requesting to come on live. Let's see here. Let me see what this person is. Oh, Trisha, we have Titus. We'll bring Titus up and then Trisha. Titus, let's see. Titus, let me see. Titus, let's see where Titus is. You're watching the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, Encounters, everybody. I'm CmdrAleon. My sister April is on from Vermont. Titus, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
We're good. And whereabouts are you located?
Well, I'm in Alabama.
Oh, welcome to the show, and welcome to the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media.
A long-time listener, first-time caller. Happy to be on. Thank you.
Great to have you with us as a long-time viewer. So tell us a little about yourself and what you'd like to share in terms of the cosmic galactic discussions we have here and information.
Yeah. So I'm a pretty spiritual guy. I've always kind of felt, probably like you guys, a little bit of an outsider, and definitely didn't fit into like mainstream religion, things like that. And I've always been fascinated with extraterrestrials and life beyond this planet, and that just has grown and gotten deeper as I've gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have an experience I wanted to share. This happened when I was 18, and I don't necessarily know if this is extraterrestrial or not. Maybe you guys could help me with that.
We'll try to. I mean, we stay away from the paranormal, but if I see it's paranormal, I'll tell you. But
sure,
go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's paranormal, but yeah, you tell me. So when I was about 18, I was an assistant manager for Domino's Pizza, and I would work long hours. And I was driving home one night, and I was going down a dark road. I worked a really long day. I was tired, so I don't know if that could have played into it. But I look out my window, and I mean, as real as you both in front of me, there is this tall figure wearing like a crimson robe. Can't make out a face, and then the hands are like this kind of dirty gray, and they're just pointing at me. And I mean, it scared the ever-loving crap out of me. And I mean, I saw it all the way until I got around the corner that I was going into. I still could see it behind me in my rear view till I got away from it. But that moment really, really stuck with me. Since then, I'm 33 now, so
okay. And it doesn't sound like my first impressions is that it's not to do with extraterrestrials. I still don't know what it is. Well, first of all, you said the hands were kind of dirty.
The color was a dirty gray. It looked like
the color was a dirty gray.
Yeah, the aged kind of gray sort of skin almost. Yeah,
the skin was like a dirty gray. Okay, now I got you. Yeah. So what was your initial feeling as that happened?
Just this feeling of like shock and awe. Like it felt like it was something that was very powerful. And I think I honestly, if I hadn't been driving, it would have been full on freeze. Kind of. Thankfully, I had enough wherewithal to keep driving my vehicle and not get into an accident.
No, you did the right thing. I mean, I don't think it was anything on a positive level.
I didn't.
It definitely wasn't positive. So the fact that you kept going tells me a whole lot,
Yeah. Someone's saying.
I mean, if you had stopped and you had gotten out, I would probably not have gotten out of my car. If you had stopped, and you said, "Oh, this is really good. This person's like radiant and beautiful energy coming." That's different. But no, you did the right thing. My quick response is, I would have not stopped either. I would have kept going.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't imagine stopping and trying to get closer to this thing. I mean, it was scary.
Yeah, definitely. See the word, look, your inner instincts tell you what needs to be told. One of my teachings is that to be disciplined, to know your inner thinkings, your inner spirit tells you that it was not good. So you did the right thing. So now that you're in your 30s, you haven't had any other experiences like that, correct?
Not like that. No, nothing like that.
Okay, so what other experiences? It sounds like you've had other things happen over the years.
You
I
know,
get the feeling.
yeah, I feel like you're right, but there's nothing that had that kind of gravity
Like
to
it.
it.
Okay, all right.
I
Just
think
kind of
maybe
wondering.
I've perhaps had experiences that maybe came more in dreams and things like that I don't quite
Okay,
remember.
all right.
But yeah,
That's all right.
that's
Well,
about it.
I'm glad that you kept going, and I'm glad that you shared that story for the first time as a longtime viewer. But I can say you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, thank you. Sad it wasn't an extraterrestrial event, but I appreciate you having me on for it.
Yeah, I don't know what they were, and I'm glad that it's no longer happening to you.
Yeah, no, it was a one. Thank God, it was a one-time thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, absolutely. You know. All right, my friend Titus, thank you so much for coming on after all this time watching us. I'm glad to have you as a longtime viewer. I mean, it's great. Thank you so much.
thank you for having me on, my friend, and April, thank you as well. And I will
Thank
see you guys
you.
next.
Thanks for sharing.
And we're going to bring up Trisha. Trisha's coming on next. She's, I think she's in the queue. Trisha's coming on next. Trisha, we know who Trisha is.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi. I just thought that something happened that was really important that I thought everybody needed to know.
Okay.
Today, I got a message from somebody different. It was Ashtar's son, Asher, and he said that the timeline had moved up a little.
Now, when
Not
you say
much,
you
but a
got
little.
a communications from his son, can you
Yes.
explain to our viewers what you mean? How you got the communications? Was it telepathic? How did it occur?
Yes.
Telepathically, okay. And I want people to know there's a difference between telepathy and channeling. There's a
It's not
whole
channeling.
difference.
No.
It isn't channeling. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. So when did that happen to you, the telepathic communications?
Today.
Today, during the day?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ashtar son communicated telepathically with you, correct?
Yes. It's a whole
Okay.
story.
Let's get into it.
Usually I go in my mind, I can just close my eyes and go to where I see him, and it's kind of like I meet him and I see him and he can talk to me. Today it wasn't him, it was his son and his daughter, but I didn't see his daughter. She's Ashley.
Really? I never knew that. You know, I know Ashtar because I used to communicate when my friend Athena was here doing workshops. I used to speak with Ashtar, not channeling. He would physically manifest, and I would speak to him at the workshops. And I never knew. I know he had a wife, which is Athena, which is real, but I never knew about his children. So go ahead.
He has a daughter and a son. I think she's older than him by a year, maybe two. But she was there. I heard her name, but I didn't see her. But I did see Asher.
Asher. Okay, so Asher's the son of Ashtar.
Yes.
Okay. And what were the things that were telepathically communicated to you?
He just wanted me to know that the timeline had moved up some. And not a lot, but some. And he thought it was important that we knew that.
And let me see. April, have you been getting anything about the timeline moving up a little bit more?
No, not at all. I was actually with them this morning. So no, not at all.
That's what he told me. But I think that Deborah and I and all of us, like your group, is somehow related or been around each other before. We're getting that same thing happening with us. Like our space families have been, friends forever, or they know each other, or we have mates that are, in the same space family.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening to what you're saying. So, um,
I got that Deborah was my space cousin.
the Deborah that is
Yes,
a friend of ours on the show.
yes,
So you have a connection with Deborah, of
yes,
course, and I think Deborah's on here. So so if there is a feeling of a connection, as April was saying, there's going to be different groups of 5, and they will find each other. And if that energy feels like it's supposed to be, probably it is supposed to be.
yes. We've just been getting a lot of information about our space family, and not more about how everybody fits together.
Mm-hmm.
I know my space father is deceased. Ashtar told me that.
That your space father's deceased?
Yes.
And did he say how he got deceased or what happened?
No.
He lost his life in the same battle that Kit Kat's family did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
and Ashtar was there. He was really good friends with him, and he kind of stepped in and helped raise me. Yeah. So I think that's why I knew his children, because we were kind of, with family.
So before you came into the human form,
Yes.
before your space body went to stasis, you all were very connected with each other, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And when you meet with them, you have the emotions of meeting with your family. It's really different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it would be. I mean, obviously, when you have the experience of having that memory and you're shared that memory,
Yes, it's like
which April just
gaining your
confirmed.
memories back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is the time, to as you're go to sleep. Sometimes you're being downloaded constantly with information, Tricia, to remember things. So it's very interesting you're sharing that. And again, your communications is solely telepathic, which I want people to know. Telepathy versus channeling is a very separate thing now. And Tricia's not channeling anything, nor anyone. She's having a telepathic communications, uh, which is for her a very real thing. And yeah, very interesting.
Okay.
No, it's I'm glad you came up to share that.
Then everybody just wanted everybody to know about the timeline. They thought it was very important, so they wanted me to say something.
Yeah. I mean, and then that's why I asked April, because she goes right on the ships constantly. And she just mentioned that right now there doesn't seem to be any kind of movement on the timeline.
No, because they're still waiting for the rest of the ships and the dimensional travelers to get here. So at this point, as far as I'm in the understanding, that there has been no change in the movement of the timeline.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. You can ask Ashtar's son again. You talked to us, and what the heck is from Bridget? Dad. Oh. Hold on, my daughter's calling me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let April talk with you. I'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. So no, I was with them this morning, which is what the pictures that I was showing. If you were you in my live this morning?
No, I couldn't make it.
Okay, now that's fine. So a couple of nights ago, we rounded up. There was a nest that was happening in a woman's property, and we were out there. I was with them when they were rounding up the rest of these reptilians that were terrorizing this woman's property. And these guys there was like 60 of them. It took us 2 days to get the nest closed down. And I actually found the opening and got some pictures of it to the property where there was a camouflaged opening that went down underneath the property. And then there was also fairy protectors that had been keeping these guys at bay, that had been protecting this woman's family for a while. But now the Ashtar Command stepped in and they cleared these guys out, and the fairies that we're protecting were actually part of the Fairy Royal Army, and they were out there doing patrols. And I actually got a couple of shots of them
Oh
out
wow.
there doing their patrols. So that's what I was showing this morning. But I was with them this morning, early this morning, because we were finishing closing out the rest of that nest.
Oh wow. So you were off planet this morning.
Yes,
What time was that, April? I just had to get my daughter some water.
about
That's what
four,
she was.
about 4 o'clock this morning until
Oh, that's
dawn.
right. Because I was on when you were live to visit for a little bit, and then you were
Yeah,
tired,
yeah,
and so after that happened, it was like a little after 3 a.m. in the morning,
yeah.
and I couldn't sleep. My cat woke me up. So wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna let you finish
It
talking
was
about
right
that.
after that. It was right after that I went with them because we had to finish closing out the rest of that nest. Because
Yeah.
there was a lot. There was a lot of tunnels that they had done under this woman's property. She had an extensive tunnel system going on underneath her
Wow.
property, and I got pictures of the opening that went down into the tunnels. And so they had done this camouflaged opening, and
Mm-hmm.
the camera picked it up. So I
Hmm.
was able to get a picture of that, and then a picture of her fairy protectors that were doing patrols on her property. They were
Oh.
doing that while we were down there, clearing out the rest of the nest and closing everything down.
Wow. Wow. Those are sneaky folks. Those
Yeah.
reptilians. You know. But the Ashtar Command gets them.
Yes, they do, and
It,
they have been interrogating them. They're actually starting tonight to send them out off planet, but they're interrogating them now, and trying to get information because there's other nests in the region that they're trying to find out about and find out the locations of.
I think some of the reptilians will actually give them information because they might be
Yes.
having some remorse about what they've been doing. Maybe they didn't agree with their own civilization. It's
Yes.
possible that they were forced to do it because they were part of whoever was in charge of that group.
Yeah.
Um, I get the feeling that is the situation. Um, and probably some of them I think will be relieved to be going off planet and being not doing this anymore, wherever they're
Yeah,
going to go.
actually, that's funny that you say that because some of them are really remorseful. They were basically forced into doing it. I want to say every single reptilian is bad, but that's just simply not the case. Not all of
Yeah.
them are all
Hmm.
bad. The rest of there are the ones in charge are definitely sneaky and
Oh
not
yeah.
up to no good, but not all of them are bad. They a lot of them are forced into doing this stuff, and um they don't like it, and they really don't want to be here. They would rather be home.
Yeah. I'm
um,
sure on their home planets they have families that don't
mhm.
understand why they're being forced to do stuff either. So yeah, and I have to think that there would be some that would not agree with what they're being forced to do. So I'm glad we're bringing that up. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that all the reptilians are good, but I think there are some that are, like April saying, you were there,
Mhm.
and I'm sure some of them were forced to do what they had to do. You know?
Yeah. And Rivers Blue, I'm talking about the reptilians. There are some reptilians that are in charge that they have brought other reptilians down here, and they're basically forcing the other reptilians to do their bidding. They're forced to do things that they really don't want to be doing, which is terrorizing humans and creating havoc on our planet. They don't want to be down here doing that. Not all of them. Some of them do, but
Yeah.
most of them don't. They would rather be home on their own
And the
planet.
one and the ones that are involved in wanting to do havoc on this planet, they're not coming back. I
Mm-mm.
guarantee you, wherever the majority of the reptilians that are negative are, the Ashtar Command will find them, and we are going to find them, and they are being sent on ships off planet. They're being taken off planet, and there's always going to be these nests or whatever in different parts of the world. The reptilians that are in charge of doing all this stuff, they're going to all be taken off the planet, and the ones that have remorse are still going off the planet, but at least now they can go back home to wherever their home planet is, and they will want to just stay there instead of coming back to Earth and causing problems.
Right, and that's it. That's it. They don't want to go to the portal. That's for sure. They actually are. A couple of them were really relieved and said so, that they just really wanted to go home. You know.
And the command will make sure they get back to their home planet, wherever
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing now. They're sending groups of them out tonight. So
Good. And this is a constant thing. It's not like it's, oh wow, they got them all rounded up. It's not like that at all, because in this planet, there's so many different places where they are,
right.
that as it gets revealed, then command will be able to seek them out
And
in
it's
these
not just them. It's not just them either.
there's,
The
there's
Greys have
others.
had their hands in there as well. The
Oh
Zetas.
yeah, the
Oh
Zetas, yeah.
yeah.
They're going after those Zetas too. So it's not just reptilians, but the Zetas are going to be and have been taken off the planet. And some of the stuff what I've done, and April knows this to be true. Many of you have watched it. I've actually been, not me myself. I've had people that have been abducted on the show, and we brought the command in there. And those people, their houses, their homes, their energy has been totally shifted, and they have no more problems anymore. So that's been one of the things in my downloads since sometime last year it started happening. I've been able to do this and help people, and so I feel honored and humbled by that part of it. I don't have any egotistical thing about, oh, now I can do this. It's part of the mission work. If I've been activated to do it, every time I can help somebody who's been abducted not get abducted anymore, I feel honored and blessed to help that person. Because it's all about love. It's all about, letting people live in light and love and peace without being affected by these negative ETs that want to try to interrupt people's lives, whether it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or 2 weeks ago,
Right. And that's it. It's about protecting the ones that need protection, healing the ones that need healing, and just being there for each other as a community. That's what we all need to be doing, is being there for each other. When one needs, we all need. That's the way it should be.
And Joe says to us, can they implant things in you when you sleep? Yes. If you're sleeping, they can. That's the tricky part of it. They could come and abduct you quietly and implant something in you, and then you see this. You somehow, when you wake up, you say, "Oh, that's weird. What's that in my arm?" Yeah, they can definitely do that while you're asleep, implanting you.
And Carrie says, April, would you consider being a representative for the Ashtar? You articulate the encounters great. We, each and every one of us that are on the panel right now, including Johnny, Kit Kat, and Chesno, we are all representatives for the Ashtar Command.
Yeah, we already are.
We're all
And
we're all one. So it's all one group,
yeah,
basically.
There's 15 groups of 5 across the planet, and they are still, some of them are still finding each other. Some of them are, still, like Deborah's group is still finding their people. Our group has already put together and set. But we are all representative of the Ashtar Command. Commander is actually communications on one of our larger ships. I command a larger ship. Johnny of the Third Eye is their head healer or doctor, as humans would put it, and Kit Kat is oh God, I cannot talk tonight.
she's like a on off planet, and you said this before to her that she's like a warrior of light. She's like
Yeah.
she's got a lot of fiery fire in her in a positive way. Would that be correct, as I remember it?
She's security. She's
Yeah,
security.
she's
Basically
security.
the
Yeah.
same thing they told me, that I was a warrior of light.
Yeah. Now, there's this woman here that's 78 years old. I'm going to bring her up. I was visited and lost time at age 13. I want to bring this person up here. This woman who's 78, user 263. Join us. Accept my request. I want to hear your story. We all do. I'm 78. I was visited and lost time at age 13. Don't be shy. Let's see here. And let me take a look here. She's coming up. Beautiful. She'll be on in a second here. She's TikTok. Okay. User 263, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Can you turn whatever's on off in the background, the TV or whatever? Turn all that stuff off. It's interfering with you.
I'll go in another room.
Okay. Yeah, we need to hear you, not the TV set. She's going to go into a quieter room, which is good. Okay.
Okay. Is that better?
Okay. Well, yeah, much better. And now, what is your first name?
Lori.
Lori, nice to have you with us, Lori. And whereabouts are you on the planet?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, great. So you said I was visited and lost time at age 13. So tell us, let's start with the beginning. I'm
Yes.
very fascinated by that one comment. Tell us one thing started at 13 and what happened.
I grew up by a lake, and this was back when we didn't lock our doors or anything. And being a teenager, I was going through a lot of hormonal changes, and I would take walks at night all by myself. And I would walk down to the beach.
Oh, are you still there, Lori?
Sit on the swings and just maybe sing to myself. And I'm here.
Okay, you were pausing your button. Go ahead. We're
Can you
listening
hear
to
me?
you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, at the age of 13, I would take walks by myself at night if I couldn't sleep, and I'd walk down to the lake and the beach where we swam. But this one particular night, I was sitting on a swing, and I was just swinging back and forth and singing a song. And I can remember the song. It was, "I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire." Do you remember that song?
I think so. Who was the one who sang that? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember, but it was popular at that time.
Yeah,
And
I do remember the
so
song.
I was singing, and all of a sudden, I got this really strange feeling that I wasn't alone. And I kind of turned my head slowly, very slowly to the side. And out of my peripheral vision, I saw something standing by some bushes on the parkway, the parking lot. And it was kind of like moving up and down and sideways, and it was kind of a whitish gray. And I just got paralyzed with fear, and I turned my head back, and I remember saying to myself, pretend you didn't see it. Just keep on swinging and keep on singing. And I did that. But then when I got off this, I did that for some time, and I got off of the swing, and the clouds above me, they were just roiling, and it was like a storm was moving in or something. But when I had walked down to the lake, it was a clear night with the moon. Now, I ran all the way home. I was scared to death. I never took a walk alone at night again. And I don't know what time it was, but I feel that there must have been some time that I lost because the moon was out, and I was just sitting there on the swing singing to myself. But when I got off of the swing, the clouds were just heavy, heavy, and the wind had picked up. And I don't know what it was, but I ran all the way home, and I feel like I saw something weird. I don't know what it was.
Okay, so this is interesting, and everyone here can chime in, April and Tricia. So my impressions from the story, this is my impressions, is that first when you were swinging, it was a clear sky, correct?
Right.
Then when you were
Yes.
swinging, then this being that was going, the color of this being that was there, how close was that being to where you were?
I would say it was maybe about 10 feet. There was a
10
row
feet.
of bushes. Yeah, there was
Mm-hmm.
a row of bushes along the edge of the driveway, and it was
Mm-hmm.
behind that row of bushes.
So it was observing you from behind the bushes about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to me, my inner guidance tells me it was some sort of an extraterrestrial encounter. You said you thought you had missing time.
Yeah, because when I got off the swing and I ran all the way home, there were a lot of clouds in the sky, and it was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a
Uh,
different night.
different night, oh, totally. April, what do you think? As long as April hasn't gone off planet on me. April,
No,
what do you
I'm
think?
still here. I don't know. I need to hear more. I
Yeah,
need to
I do
hear
too.
more.
Well,
Um,
that's all I know. That's all I know. All I know is that I still get the heebie-jeebies when I think about it, and I've
mhm,
often wanted to go and get hypnotized and taken back to that period so that I
mhm,
can really maybe figure out what it was, but I've been
mhm.
too afraid to do that and thinking that
Okay.
everybody's going to think I'm crazy.
No, they won't think you're
No,
crazy.
nobody thinks you're crazy. No, and especially nobody here thinks that you're crazy. But that's a strange experience.
Yeah,
I don't think you're
It's so
crazy. I'm just very
it's
curious. Like I feel like I need more information.
yeah. So
yeah,
if
and this
that's
isn't any
if
more
that's
than what I
so
can
you
tell
were,
you.
and when this happened, you were 13 years old, correct, Lori?
Yes, yes,
Okay. Let
yes.
me ask you a question, and this is where I'm going. It'll happen. Um, whatever happened obviously instilled a lot of fear in you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. My inner guidance tells me that have since that period of time, now you're 78 years old, has I have the feeling other things have happened since 13 years old. Am I correct?
Oh, yes.
I want you to
Yes.
tell us about that. I get a strong feeling about this. Please share.
Well, there are times when I see shadows, shadow figures, and out of my peripheral vision, I'll see something move like a shadow figure.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember I had a cat that I was very, very close to. And when she passed away, 2 nights later, I was sitting on the
Mm-hmm.
couch, and she always sat behind me on the cushion. And I swear, I felt that cushion move, and I heard her purring,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was really weird. But yeah, I've seen things. I had a girlfriend that was killed by a car when I was 17, and I suffered tremendous guilt over her death. And I remembered one night waking up and there was a figure in white standing by the side of my bed telling
Mm-hmm.
me it's okay. And after that,
Hmm.
I never felt bad about my friend's death again.
Oh, good. Um,
Yeah. But yeah, weird things happen to me.
so how would you like, and again, I'm feeling guided to assist you. How would you like me? I don't think, have you watched my show before?
No.
Okay, welcome to the first time watching it. So I'm going to give you a little background about what I do. I'm not just a talk show host. I've been on radio for 21 years. I'm a
Yeah.
contactee, and also I come from Mars, and I work with a thing called I'm working within the Ashtar Galactic Command, which is our space brothers and sisters. So what I'd like to do, they're cosmic Christed beings of light. What I'd like to do is, if you'll let me do this, I will send a ship about 20,000 feet over your location, and I'd like to bring in the men and women from the command are human. They're about 7, 8 feet tall. I'd like to gift you tonight, unconditionally. And by the time we're done, I guarantee you will never have any negative ET experiences again.
Oh, I feel like I'm being watched a
How would
lot.
you like to be stopped being watched and be free of that?
Well, if I knew what it was, if it's going to hurt me, well, it would have by now.
Right. But the thing is, if you have shadow beings watching you, and you had that experience when you were 13, there's some other things going on there, and there has to be a clearing of energy. So you obviously had missing time when you were 13, and I'm reading into the story, and I do see that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Michelle says you're protected, and Michelle's probably right. But how would you like to get rid of the other energies that are not there for the purposes of protecting you? Because you do have other energies there, and I know that to be true.
So I think I do have other energies that are present. I see funny things too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting on the couch one night, and around the corner of the hallway came this little black ball of wires that you could kind of see through it, and it
Mm-hmm.
rolled around the corner and stopped at a specific point and disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'd like to help. You're telling me this stuff tells me that I keep getting from the command that I need to help you. They're telling me, Commander, you need to help this person. So if you
Yeah.
give me permission to do that, I guarantee you it'll be the best experience of your night.
Oh, do I have to do anything?
No, it's going to be very simple.
No.
I'm going to guide you through this, and it's going to be the most beautiful thing you've had experienced at all on the planet right now. I guarantee it. So here's what I
Okay.
want you to do. This is what we're going to do. I want you to first close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to clear all your thoughts, everything you're thinking about, every single thought. I'm going to you're going to see me switch into my Ashtar command mode, and I'm going to switch into that
Okay.
consciousness right now. And that's exactly, I don't do any rituals. I just switch right into that right now. So here we're going to do, we're going to help you. Thank you. As you close your eyes, I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to release the breath through your nostrils. Deep breathe in, breathe out through your nostrils, approximately about 4 times, to be exact. Okay? Relax. Don't think. Just relax. When you're done doing the 4 times of breathing, let me know.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So how do you feel at the moment?
I feel fine.
Oh, that's good.
I
So
feel
now
like
we're going to.
I feel a little. Yeah.
You feel a little bit what now?
Tired.
Tired? Okay.
I feel a
So
little tired.
okay, a little bit tired. Okay. So I want you to keep your eyes closed. Right now, I'm sending a spaceship over your location, and it's going to be a cloaked Ashtar command ship. In 2 seconds, give me a second here. We're going to send 10 Ashtar command people on the ground level where you are. Are you in a area where it's not really built up?
No, I'm in a subdivision.
Subdivision. Okay.
In my home, in my bedroom.
In your bedroom. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to send 10 Ashtar command people, 5 men and 5 women, in there. No one else in their neighborhood will even see them. And we're going to send them we'll have 5 of them outside and 5 inside your house. You don't have any basements or anything, do you?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I always ask, for some reason, I always ask that question. I don't know why. But, okay, so I want you to relax, close your eyes. Just take another deep breath in and release out through your nostrils. Just relax. I don't want you to think about anything at the moment. And as you're relaxing, there are 5 space people that are going to be cloaked, but they are now in the room where you are. No one else in your house will be able to know they're there. They're going to be with you. Two of them are coming forward. I want you to keep your eyes closed. One of them is going to touch your forehead. It seems to be the key thing for when they do this work of healing, the forehead, and one's going to touch the neck area. So I want you to keep your eyes closed. You don't have to say anything right now. I'm going to have the woman touch your forehead, the upper part of your head. The gentleman touch your neck area. When they touch it, they're going to be doing some energy work on you. So when they start to touch you gently, you'll feel some sort of energy. It could be vibration. It could be airflow. You're going to feel something in probably a moment. So just keep your eyes closed. And when you start feeling something, let me know. The woman is going to kind of touch your head a little bit so you can at least know that she's touching your head with her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I know your energy is definitely, I can feel your energy is calming down quite a bit. Do you feel anything right now at all?
No, I don't.
Nothing?
I feel
Okay.
really warm.
A
I'm
warm
very
energy? That's
warm.
fine. Yeah. It wasn't feeling very warm before this, correct?
No.
Yeah, they're in the room with you. That's why your energy, the energy in the room, however it works, the energy is shifting, the warmth of that energy from the space people that are there. And they'll do it, they're going to do it their own way. What I think they should do, they know what they're doing. At some point, they're going to, I want one of you, the space people, to touch her right shoulder. Like just touch her right shoulder, let her know that you're physically, like she can feel the warmth. Touch your right shoulder. Let her know it's okay. And again, however that works in the energy field of your house, I'm not sure what they're doing in terms of how they're doing it. Although all the preceding people I've helped. Say again.
I feel like I have a band around my head,
Okay,
like
yeah,
a band.
yeah, yeah. The woman, she's part of our medical team on the ship. She's working on you, on your consciousness. So there's an etheric thing that she put on there, um, and that's why you're feeling like you're wearing something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're doing things a little bit differently. So she put something, it's a device that's it's a very comfortable device, but you can feel that it's on your head. They're
Mhm,
readjusting and also taking all the negative fear-based stuff that was done to you as a child. So they're adjusting your whole consciousness.
mhm.
They're working on your consciousness right now. And I want people to know I don't control any of what the space people do. They will do what they're going to do, and it doesn't always proceed to be the way I think it should be. So yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to work with you. There's 5 other space beings that are outside of your location. They're doing a clearing energy of the area. Do you live in
Uh-huh.
the area where this happened as a child? Are you in the same area, or are you somewhere else?
No, no, that was back in Wisconsin by a lake
Wisconsin.
called Lake Winnebago. Yeah, the middle
Mhm.
of the state.
Middle of the state. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, they're going to make sure that they're going to put an energy field around your location, and you won't be able to see it, but actually you'll feel it once they do it. it'll keep out any negative ETs from trying to interfere with you. And you're gonna have a whole different energy in the next 24 to 48 hours. Your whole physical body is going to feel very vibrant. The energy levels are going to be very high, and I know you feel somewhat good, which is a good thing. But you're going to feel better once this is finished.
Okay, that sounds great to me. But I
Well, I'm
sure
glad
would
you
like
can.
to know what it was I saw.
Yeah, you'd like to know what now?
Pardon?
You were saying you would like to know something. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said I would sure like to know what it was that I saw
Oh,
because
when
it
you were
wasn't anything like I've ever seen. Yeah,
no, yeah, that was definitely an extraterrestrial being, and it was observing you. But luckily, but you had missing time. That's the thing that bothers me about the whole thing. You did have missing time,
yeah,
and that's
me too,
usually
because
yeah,
it was, I would say, much past midnight.
yeah,
And I had walked down to the lake. I think everybody was asleep in the house, and I had walked down to the lake, which is just a block away, but around 11:30.
yeah.
And it was much later than that when I was running home scared to death.
Hmm.
I could tell
Interesting.
by the sky. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to stay with you for a day or two just to make sure. But in terms of what
Okay.
happened to you then, the Ashtar woman and man that working in your energy field, you did have missing time, basically because you were, in some way, you were abducted, and you missing time is the time that you don't remember.
Yeah.
All right, but they're
That's
gonna,
that's what I was thinking too, but I just didn't want to. I'm such a skeptic that this whole thing just blew my mind.
yeah, well, yeah, obviously, when you get missing time and have an abduction, all abductions are different. They're not all the same as another person's abduction. So your abduction with
Hmm.
missing time, that's a pretty standard thing. If you study people like Bud Hopkins, who wrote books about abductions, people that have been abducted many times have what they call missing time. So what you
Yeah.
had in your experience at 13 was that missing time.
Right. Right.
And I know
Well,
it was extraterrestrial. It wasn't, you know, it was definitely extraterrestrial that was involved in this.
yeah. Well, I think it was too because the lake that I grew up by, there were many houses around there, and it wasn't a real wooded area, secluded or anything like that.
Hmm.
It was, and we didn't have any crazy wild animals around there either. That I
Yeah,
thought, well, maybe it's a bear or something, but we didn't have anything like that in that area.
yeah, interesting. Well, Lori, I want to
Yeah,
thank you for being here. I'm glad you shared your story on here and came here for the first time to be part of the show.
yeah.
We're
I've never
usually on
heard.
here. See, it's always the first time, Lori, for everything, right?
No, I guess so. I guess so. Well, thank you very much for your help. And
Well, that
I'll see you again.
yes, you will. And I'm glad you're now found our show. And we're on 11
Okay.
o'clock. Most nights are on 11 o'clock. I might take a night off, but we're on usually at 11 o'clock here. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. That was Lori, and we appreciate her story so much. And let me see if I can. And that was quite the story for sure. Let's see. Am I able to do this? Okay. It doesn't seem to make a difference. But anyway, I just want to thank Lori for sharing her story. And it was an amazing story from 13 to 78. And hopefully she will no longer have any shadow beings or any problems going on. Again, if you want to be on the show, you have to be over 18, no kids on the program, on the screen, no smoking, no vaping, no drinking, no drugs whatsoever, no paranormal discussion, no paranormal at all. And and if you have a story related to the cosmic galactic area, you've been visited by, you have positive encounters with space people, the abduction experience, or whatever it is, we definitely want to hear your story. So let me take a look here. And Steve H. So we're going to bring Steve H. up, and that'll be our third actual guest for the evening here on Encounters. And good evening, Steve. Welcome to Encounters.
Wow. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got to bring my volume up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you're coming through all right.
Wow. I'm never, ever do anything like this. So thank you for receiving me.
No problem.
Wow.
And you're over 18, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm 30
Okay,
years old.
great. Oh,
Yeah.
great. And whereabouts are you located, Steve, on the planet?
Well, I moved around a bit over the years, but currently I'm in the state of Utah.
Okay. And someone's saying if you can talk a little bit into your microphone on the phone, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Is that better?
Turn the volume up on your button. You can turn your volume up on your phone. If you turn the volume up, it'll bring up your volume.
Okay.
I think.
Is that coming through clear now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, yeah, I don't really know where to begin. I've been going through serious spiritual and extraterrestrial activity for quite a few years now. I know it started way back, like many years ago.
How old were you when it started?
Well, primarily, it's been since about 2017 or so. I was living in
2017.
I moved down to Mexico. I went on a crazy bicycle ride, and then I just got
Mm-hmm.
stuck in Mexico for like over 5 years, just living there.
Okay.
And I was living up in the mountains up in there, and it was like in the mountains where people take mushrooms and stuff like this. I'm not a schizophrenic guy, but that stuff opens up doors. And basically, I was just kind of like doing some cleansing and taking different, taking sessions and stuff with these things. That was when I started to notice like telepathic communications with beings around me, and it was like a man and a woman, and I was literally talking with them in Espanol because I started to respond back to them telepathically, and they were basically kind of shocked at first, and I thought it was maybe shamans in the airwaves, and I was like kind of
Mm-hmm.
thrown off by this whole thing.
Hmm.
And basically it was going like this for a while, and I was just kind of peeling back the layers, trying to understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, um, I didn't know if it was ancestors or if it was like really evolved astral traveling shamans, or what it was. But over like that year, like more and more stuff just started to happen around me. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I wasn't always on shrooms or something like this, but basically I just was starting to open up to these different energies, and it just started to turn me on to things. And I would hear voices in Espanol and voices in
Now,
English. I was
was this when you were not taking anything, just
Oh yeah,
completely clear in your
nothing,
Okay,
completely
all right.
nothing. I'm not a drug. I'm actually right now I use nothing of the sort. It's been quite some time, and I'm not a schizophrenic man. I know that that's a bad way to start the conversation off, talking about how I took psychedelics and
Well,
possibly
it's just like saying if you're
hallucinations.
crazy, people think they're crazy. So we'll keep
Yeah.
all those kind of languages out. You don't have nothing to worry about. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, much time has passed, and I came back from Mexico. And basically, what I ended up starting to figure out in the mountains there was that my illusion of thinking that indigenous people were in their own little world and not connected to things. And it was like slapping myself on the forehead, realizing all the ancient artwork of indigenous people and like extraterrestrial looking beings and like Quetzalcoatl and all this stuff, the plumed serpent and all these different stuff going on. Well, the indigenous people have had connections with extraterrestrials since so long, and they've been evolved spiritual people. in
Mm-hmm.
contact. And basically what I realized too was that the bigger forces, interplanetary extraterrestrials, um, and like, planetary, like, uh, beings and stuff like this, like, it's all connected. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, here I was thinking I was gonna be out in the fucking woods, like, okay, doing my thing. And I just basically realized that I was like, oh snap, like the big, this is, it doesn't matter if I'm out here because it's like has an ancient relationship, like, and there's all these connections and stuff. And
Yeah.
so basically I was in the United States and I've gone through quite a ride, and I've done a lot of research in the world religions over the years trying to understand just what was going on around me. And I developed, like, I have a lot of telepathic communications. And I didn't know who they were at first, but they started to use words like CmdrAleon,
Hmm.
um, uh, and like they referred to themselves as solar Anunnakians.
Oh, the
Um,
Anunnaki. I know who the Anunnaki are.
yeah, but solar, like, and the Pleiadians. And this was kind of like
Pleiadians.
yeah, I mean, because it's all interconnected. And I've seen UFOs even because I was living out around Barstow, California.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, I've seen UFOs, like, numerous. Like, I was just going on walkabouts in the night. I've seen, like, literal, like, UFOs, like, hovering over the ground, like, um with visual distortion fields around them. Like, I couldn't even tell if they were
How close were
like,
these spaceships? How close were the spaceships to you?
some of them were very close. I mean, you might not, some people might think I'm just talking lies, but I swear, I wasn't out there
On this show,
hallucinating.
nobody feels that way. The reason I'm asking you how close they were, when you have those kinds of encounters, did you feel like they were monitoring you or trying to contact you through the visualization of the ship?
Oh, I know. So I'm just kind of like, I've been basically dealing with these beings for, like, on like a regular constant basis for years now. I've
Hmm.
been peeling back the layers. I'm trying to understand what's going on. I study world religions and understanding where they, like, what it's connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, so they always had me, they wouldn't let me be chill, like, out in the desert. I was trying to work on a ladies' ranch out there and just do, like, handiwork and do gardening and stuff like this. Well, these beings had other plans. They wanted me to be going around, like, on walkabouts in the middle of the night, like, and I wasn't taking meth or something like this. I
Right.
wasn't on any drugs. I wasn't hallucinating. It's just like I wanted to
Right.
just
And you
be
don't have to
like
worry about
sitting
that. We
here,
can skip the drug part
you know?
because you don't have to worry about that. We'll
Yeah,
just focus on the
thank you.
story.
So basically, they had me going on walkabouts a lot, and I was trying to go and find, like, maybe even make contact, but I knew at the same time that I wasn't all quite in line with everything that
Mm-hmm.
was going on, but I was trying to find, like, the right vibe, and I was trying to get solace and arrive at a point where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like, because I'd been basically screwed with for years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long story, but that night, that was one of my, I mean, I've seen other ships before that, like, and I'm talking on, like little, like, cliffs that no car could get up on top of, that, like, I've seen, like, lights, like, moving around up there, just
So
hovering on them.
you've had what people are trying to figure out is you've had a lot of since Mexico, you've had a lot of UFO or spaceship sightings
For a brief moment, that was right around the year of, like, 2019 or so.
through
After a
2019.
certain process was happening, all that stuff stopped, and then I started seeing tons of orbs. But
Mm-hmm.
at first, I saw definitely I saw some UFO activity. And that night that I saw the ones up close, hovering over ground, it was
Yeah.
like, I got really close to them. And at first, when I came
Can
up
can you
on
can you
them,
can you bring your audio up? Some people are having trouble hearing what you're
uh,
saying. Is there any way
yeah,
of doing that?
um, I don't know. I'd have to go into my phone settings. I don't want to lose you.
No.
Yeah.
All right, well, just try to
I mean,
talk louder. Maybe louder. Because some people are having trouble hearing you. I think a lot of people are. Oh, you're welcome, Hetty. And all the folks out there. Spiritual aspects, I can hear him fine. So a lot of people were able to hear him fine. Some people said barely. I think it's all depending on what kind of phone you have. I got my earpods on, so I can hear everybody. I got the earpods going here. Let me. Okay. Let's see here. Steve, you still with us?
yes.
Okay, now you've gone down a little bit on the audio. Steve, you still with us?
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, your audio actually continue. Let's see. Just continue on with a little bit of your story, and go ahead.
Now I have a bit of an echo, but okay.
Yeah. If you have a Bluetooth on, turn it off. If you got a Bluetooth on, that's going to cause echoing.
I just hear the audio at the same time I'm talking. Okay, Bluetooth.
Because now if I'm echoing through his audio system, that's going to make it really confusing. The last thing I want to do is echo my show on somebody else's phone. Like if there's a TV on or something, it will actually do that. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. We're doing different interviews with different people. And okay, let's see. Steve, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm echoing in your phone. I'll tell you what, we'll bring you up again on another night. There's a lot of echoing when we talking to you, and it's something with the phone. I'm not sure what the connection is. It could be TikTok. We'll bring you back up. It's just that people are having a hard time, and now I'm echoing on your phone, which is now I don't want to do that. See, I'm echoing again. See, yeah, I'm coming right through your phone, which is not.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I would
No
love
problem.
to talk to you.
Yeah, we'll
I
talk
have
more.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm coming right through your phone, which is not. Yeah, there's something happening. We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back up in the future. No need to be sorry, man. That was Steve. We'll get Steve back up another night. This is Encounters, and yeah, hopefully we can get that straightened out. Let's see here. I love his story. I definitely enjoying his story. Steve, if you come back in, we can try to see if that makes a difference. But thank you, Steve, for coming in. We'll have him back on. He's got more to tell on his story, and we will have him back on, folks. And you're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm CmdrAleon. Welcome to the show. Nora, thank you for the roses. I appreciate all the gifts. And I appreciate the helmet. I've got 4 more helmets left. Sarah, thank you for the heart team. I like that. Thank you. Silence Fails. I have a couple of videos with some weird stuff I've seen at night. So Silence Fails, is it the weird stuff you're seeing at night related to UFOs, ET stuff, UFO stuff? Thank you, Nora. Okay, we're going to bring Silence Fails up. And Silence Fails, when you come up, give us your first name and where you're located. Silence Fails, folks, on Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. I'm CmdRAleon, your host, and radio host of WESU NPR Radio. Silence Fails, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Joel,
Good. Joel, nice to meet you, Joel. Whereabouts you located?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. You're practically a neighbor. We're in Connecticut, so welcome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so a while back, my girlfriend's brother was telling me all this stuff. Like, he used to work at Space Force and all these blah, 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 blah. And he sees stuff at night. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. So one night I go out there. He's like, just staring at the sky. I'm like, what you looking at? Stars? He's like, yeah. But they're moving. I'm like, okay, sure. So he just shows me like these random stuff. And I'm like, all right, but I think you're a little crazy. So another night goes by and he calls me out. And I'm like, what's up, bud? He's like, get out here now. And we see this big, I don't know, it looked like just an orb of light.
Yeah.
Kind of small, but it was bright. And it was moving really fast through the sky. And then out of nowhere, a fainter one cruises up behind it. Next thing I know, this thing's emitting light and swirling in the sky, and just, it was just so hard to describe. But like,
Right.
I have a video on my page where they're breaking apart, and you can see it. It's got like an orb of light around it, and they've like faintly moved apart. It was pretty crazy.
So they essentially were able to split from being together. I've seen spaceships or UFOs do that, where I've gotten video documented over the years that I've seen where one of these was actually in Massachusetts about 8 years ago. The grandmother and the son were out. She was videotaping it broad daylight, and then it split up into 4 different spaceships from one major large light. Yeah, so it's beyond our technology to do that, and they're able to do that because for whatever reason they're able to just do things that we cannot even imagine doing.
Yeah, I wish I had my camera out the whole time, but I was playing a game on my phone, and I left my phone in the house, so I was yelling at her brother. I'm like, "Get this on film!" And he got like the tail end of it, and I'm like, "That would have been so viral if we got that whole thing."
Oh yeah,
like we did. Like I said, there is a video of there. Like you can see like the last couple seconds of it, but it's so hard to say like what it was.
Now, are you in an area of Massachusetts where it's like built up, or is it less built up?
We were in Halifax, so it's not that built up. Like it's
okay.
There's not a lot of white pollution around our area, so like you can see the stars pretty good at night. And like I've noticed between 9 and like 11:30, they're very active. Well, now it's getting a little bit late, like darker later, so it's gonna probably not be able to see them that good. But when it does get dark around that time, like you could see some are faint, but like you could see stuff cruising at high altitudes, just like you can tell what's a plane and what's not a plane. Like these ain't planes.
Oh yeah, you know the difference as you watch the sky. You know what's conventional and what's not conventional. So is Halifax towards the Cape or is it inland?
I'm in Plymouth, and I've seen stuff at my house too.
Oh, you're in Plymouth. Okay, you're outside of Boston.
I'm like right on the water, but they're a little bit further north, but not much.
Okay, right. Well, you're in a good area. I mean, Plymouth is a good area for, being right on the ocean. A lot of activity happens off the coast.
Yeah, it's crazy. We did realize that a lot of them were traveling in like a certain area of the sky, which is weird. But then there's other ones, and I did one night have a friggin' like I thought one of them was gonna hit a plane because their like trajectories were so similar, and I'm like, oh god, they're gonna collide. Like, but they didn't. They didn't. I'm sure that they probably saw whatever this was too, because it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I believe that. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you came up to share that story. This is what we need is, people coming forward with stories. Even if you have a few seconds of video, that's better than nothing, right? You've got something out of that, and that's really important.
And now my friends give me crap because I'm like looking at the skies, like, you're trying to find aliens. I'm like, yeah, I want to show you guys. I'm not crazy, guys.
What you need to do is download. You should download the C5 app, which is like $9.99. It's a Dr. Stephen Greer's app. If you don't have it, put it on your phone. Follow the protocol, and you can actually start get a few people together that are very centered and willing to do this. And you can organize it. have 2 or 3 people together on a beach on a quiet night, on a clear night, and use the app, and you will have actual visual contact of what we call non-terrestrial spacecraft.
That's cool.
Have you heard of the app, the C5 app?
C5 app. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, you look it up. If you have an Android phone, Google search it. If you have an iPhone, it's on Apple. Just download it. It's $9.99. I'd recommend that for everybody, and that will help you read the protocol first, the protocol of contact, and it will actually help you have peaceful interaction with peaceful spaceships that are going to react to the C5 applications that you use. It really does work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's weird because I do remember when I was a teenager, I was with a group of friends, and they could probably tell you the same story. We were riding our bikes in the middle of the night, just being hooligans in the neighborhood. And we're going down this dirt road, and it had a lot of tree coverage, but we could still see the stars above us.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe 100 feet above us, whatever it was going fast, and it was silent.
Wow.
It freaked us out to a point where we couldn't even talk. We just pedaled faster, and it was really crazy.
Well, I appreciate you coming on here, and I'm just moving my camera around a little bit here, trying to get some better lighting. I was fully lit up before, but something happened. But hey, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing that story. I appreciate it very much, everybody. Silence fails. And again, what was your first name?
Joel.
Okay, Joel, thank you so much. And
nice to meet you,
and when you do the app thing, let us know what happens in the future if you have any other sightings.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll even send you a link to one of mine on there.
Definitely. I want to look, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, Joel in Massachusetts joining us on Encounters. You're watching Encounters. Thank you for the heart, me. We appreciate it. Interesting stories abound here on Encounters. So we'd like to invite some more people up. If you're over 18, no kids on the camera, no cursing, no smoking, no vaping, no drugs, no drinking, no paranormal discussion, everything related to the cosmic. If you've been visited by space people and really visited, I want to hear your story. If you've been abducted, we want to hear your story. But if you've seen fairies or mer people, any of that stuff, we'd like to hear your story here on Encounters. Oh, TikTok says you're 2, but you're 55. Well, there you go. What are you going to do? Let's see if I can get the lighting a little bit better here. Here we go. This is much better than it was before. Now we got some good lighting here. Now you can see me. All I had to do is just adjust the camera, not the camera, the lighting here. Let me just do this. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. I think now you can see me. So you're watching Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. I'm also host of WESU's Cosmic Eye radio show every Sunday morning, 11:30 till 1 for 21 years. I'm not sure how that happens, Sloan. TikTok is very strange. That's all I can say. You are looking thinner. Thank you. And we're glad to have everybody here. It's getting towards 1 a.m. in the morning. We got on here at 11 o'clock this evening. It's almost at 1. So we've been on almost here an hour, almost an hour and a half. So we're going to be on here till, hey, thank you so much for the helmet. I appreciate that, Karen. Thank you. Sonia, thank you for the join my team. I appreciate that. There's some pretty interesting interviews tonight so far. River Blue, thank you so much. I feel like a space commander with a helmet on. Thank you. Very nice. Nicely done. And again, if you have a story to tell and you never come out of the closet about who you are, if you feel you have visitations by space people, don't be afraid to share your story. I know there are people out here, almost 300 of you, that have had encounters, really physical encounters with positive space people. And we'd love to hear your story. All you have to do is say, okay, I'd like to come up and share my story. Thank you, Joel. Rain says I'm a space person. Hi, Rains. I think there's a lot of space people in our group of watchers. And again, I'm going to pose this question on the show here tonight, worldwide. How many people are physically right now or recently right now having interaction on a physical level with your star family, men and women from other planets that are visiting you? How many people, don't be shy about this, that are actually having, no judgment here because I'm a contactee, how many of you are having physical contact with space people? Hey, Tommy from Arkansas, welcome to the show. I always like to do this every once in a while to get an indication. Michelle says, not me. Thank you, Michelle. Karen says, not yet. I wish, says D. You'll have it someday, D. Sonia says, I don't. And that's fine. Honesty is the best thing. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure there's some people at 266 that are having some sort of contact with their star family. Sage Mystic Warrior. I got something, but it tells soon for sure. Okay, so Sage Mystic Warrior. Let's see if she wants to, if she'll come up with me here. Sage Mystic Warrior. CmdrAleon's calling you to join us on the show. Sage Mystic. Sage Mystic says, let's see, where's, I know that Sage Mystic said she's having contact. Let me look at the notes here. Help me, everyone. I've been abducted, says Doug. I'm in outer space right now. I'm trying to get back home. I think you're here on Earth, but if you've been abducted, we can help you, but you wouldn't be able to communicate on your phone on a spaceship in outer space. I've seen a spacecraft, Velma, VRNY. Velma. I'm just reading people's comments here. Oh, okay. Sage, we'll get you next time when you're not getting ready for bed. You're welcome. So just remember, you are welcome on my next show. I'm on nightly. So next time you're not getting ready for bed, definitely come on with us. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll definitely, Steve, try it again. Give me a little bit of time here. We're going to go to about 1 o'clock tonight for some reason. Tonight's an hour and a half show. I'm not going to go to 2, but we will go to 1. We'll try to get Steve back up here. Let me see here. Let me see. So I think Steve got his volume up. Let's see. We'll see if we can bring Steve back up here. Okay, we're gonna bring Steve back up and see if he corrected the audio problem. Steve talked about some of his UFO sightings. Oh, thank you, LY. Okay, Steve, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me better this time?
A
or
little
is it
bit better.
still
I
low?
hope it might be still low. I have one earphone on here. It is better though. It does sound
Okay,
better.
I just turned my volume all the way up. I don't know if that helped.
But now I'm
Um,
coming through your phone. Let me
yeah,
see if
this
I'm coming
is
through your phone. Well, now I'm not. Now I can
so
hear you.
so I have good volume now.
Yeah, you're better. Yep, they can hear him fine. People say yeah.
Okay.
But I'm coming over your phone a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't have any echo on my side. So as far
Huh.
as my side goes, if you could hear me, I'm happy. But
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over with you. I just have a Samsung Galaxy phone, one of those little
Okay.
like standard prepaid phones, you know. So I've never done a live chat with anyone ever. So
I
on my
gotcha. I
phone.
gotcha. So try to show a little bit more of your. Uh, okay, I don't hear any echo because it's just coming from me. So go ahead and show a little bit more of your story. You were talking about the orbs, the UFOs, and the man. Like earlier on, and you talked about seeing a man and a woman, a human type being, space being, correct?
I apologize for starting you off so far back, but that was me explaining to you, like, that was when my first, like, spiritual things was showing up, but it was starting to break my, like, between 3 and 4D, because I was starting to understand, like, I started to get introduced to basically extra dimensional life at that point, and it
Mm-hmm.
got more and more and more um it came into my life more and more. At first I was
Mm-hmm.
kind of going crazy. I was like, and I wasn't just high on shrooms all the time. I was like, but I was trying to figure out what was going on. And that's why I was explaining that to you. And it started me thinking like I was just hearing like astral traveling shamans that were really advanced. But later I came to understand that it was like it was covering it like a planetary um, system. I don't like to use the word Illuminati, but that's basically what it was. And
Huh.
it was, yeah, I don't like to put the fear into people saying the word Illuminati, but
Right.
I've
Right.
come to know that the Illuminati is real. And that's connected to interplanetary extraterrestrials and stuff.
And
And
the
when I,
Illuminati, though, just to be clear, there's a separate situation. So, for example, it's just a teachable moment. There's different galactic levels, and so, for example, there's the Ashtar Command, which is a Christed beings of light, which is different than the Illuminati. They actually operate in a we operate in a Christed level of light. So they represent planetary worlds of peace, light, and understanding, and they operate in what we call Christ consciousness. The Illuminati, there's different definitions of that. There's different, if you go on the internet, you'll have 10,000 people having 10,000 different viewpoints about what that is. But
yeah,
what has been in your experience with that?
oh, I've seen good and bad. And I started studying world religions a lot, trying to understand what was around me. That's really important. I started to understand, like in the Bible, I was raised religiously. The Bible talks about like when Moses is taking them out of Egypt and they're going on their way to their promised land of milk and honey. Um, they basically they were ordered by Moses like don't worship the Queen of Heaven, like you are not supposed to have Asherah poles, and like they break the Asherah poles. And so it's basically the concept of why would they be told not to worship the Queen of Heaven, and who is Asherah? And this wasn't my starting point, but I was picking
Right.
through all this stuff. I started to read Sumerian tablets, or Sumerian texts. I started to study a lot of different religions, Hinduism, and like Zoroastrianism,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of like Islam. I've studied
Yeah. But
a lot
one
of
of the
different
things,
stuff, and it's
one
all
of,
very
yeah.
important. Big
One,
pantheon.
one, one of the
Every
things though
technology
that
is
will
important.
one of the things Steve, that'll mess humans up, because I come from Mars, is all these Earth-based religions.
True.
what people need to do is, once you throw all those earth-based religions and all their books out the window and just strictly clear your consciousness of all that, and just focus solely on the source of the cosmic, meaning you're a cosmic being. Once you do that, all these other things, vibrational things from the 3D books that are on Earth from these religions, become unimportant. You know what I mean? It's like that only is important if you focus on the what they're saying. So, because all that stuff can mess people up, where the truth is, if you just go to the source of the contact, which is you have God, and God created life everywhere in the multiverse. There was no gods and goddesses. There's one God that created everything. And then in that creation of life and love and light, individual planets did their own thing. On Earth, of course, we did our own thing for billions of years. We had the Roman Empire. We have, in the current history, nuclear bombs that were created by scientists. We have things we've done that have not been always for the best interest of the planet Earth. And one of the things I always use the word, I'm going to bust the matrix of belief systems. So one of the key things that will block you from cosmic understanding is all these earth-based religions. It's like on websites, you have all these websites, and all these websites that have things are controlled by people that are human, that create these websites with whatever their thing is. When you come to the source of light and you don't have anything blocking you, would be it a Bible, be it a Hebrew text and a Hebrew, I grew up in the Hebrew religion, whatever, when you put all that stuff aside and just totally get out there and look at the space and look at the stars, the clarity of truth is right in space. It's right before your eyes. It's right looking in your eyes. You can see it. You can feel it. You know it. You can see the beauty of the universe. And when you see all that stuff, all these other things just basically might give you some enlightenment on different things. But really, when you're going straight up the mountain, there's going to be many, many trails that you can go on. But if you keep going up the mountain without going on side trails, you're going to keep going up, up, up. Your vibrational level is going to be so high that nothing on Earth really matters in terms of Earth-based books or what they say or who writes them or anything. It's basically saying, okay, you know what? I've been reading all these things, but really the truth is that if you go to the center of your own being and meditate, and I know you've been through many experiences, and go to the source of information, none of these things are going to be needed, because you're going to be actually connecting with the very foundation of truth, which is the cosmic truth. And the cosmic truth is within you. It's not within some Bible or text in the Bible or this, that. Those are written by men. Those are written by people with their own perceptions of reality. When you get to go centered into the cosmic realm, man, I'm telling you, you're going to see things even more clearly than you've ever seen before. It's just, I wanted to interact that into your consciousness because of being a contactee with space people and growing up and not knowing anything until I became activated. It's just one of those things that I read very few books. I don't read any religious texts. There's things that I am very interested. There's things that could be encoded in some of the religious books, but really the truth is it's all in ourselves. We've been given all the information we need, but we have to just go inward for it instead of on reading a book or this book or that book. It's all inside of us, but that we've forgotten the fact that we are all connected in that level of light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, and thank you for going back to that like universal point. And I
Yeah,
believe you, and I've experienced like direct perception, and I've had really interesting experiences of like going to the source of
yeah,
consciousness, like rare like points in my life, like I've had an out of body experience that totally caught me off guard when I was young.
hmm,
I went to like this source of consciousness, and it was something beyond like intellectual words and all this stuff.
yeah,
But since I've been um, dealing with these forces, basically like talking with beings, like, and then just wondering who are they, and as I started the research, basically it started to unfold my understanding intellectually of it. And I know this sounds corny, and I won't hang on this, but I've come to know that beings like Zeus and Odin and even like more so unknown beings like Ashur, Kashyapa, and like all these different beings, Shiva, all these different beings, they're real, you know, they're actually real. And like I actually didn't like I kind of took that for granted in the past until I had to deal with basically like having to like deal with that. And then I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh geez Louise, like
Mm-hmm.
what am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I kind of started to get into like reading about world religions and stuff like this. And I know that, you know, like a schizophrenic person's mind could hypothetically
No, it has nothing to do with
fabricate
schizophrenic.
a
It's not
world
schizophrenic.
as you start
No, no.
reading, and all of a sudden all the like new imagination starts popping up around you. But in this case, like
Let me turn my volume
this
up
is
here. Hold on a minute.
yeah, yeah.
You gotta go up. Sorry about that. I
Okay,
got
yeah,
my
yeah.
headphones charged up here. I can still hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm like I just want to say anyways, I don't want to hang on that note, but I mean, if you wanted to talk with me sometime and I could share with you things about that topic, I could bring that up. But basically, the short of it is that like um I've been dealing with a lot of different beings, and I mean, I don't want to bother people's minds too much about this, but I just it's basically been this journey of understanding like how this is working and understanding that our human physiological paradigm is so different than a lot of these beings that I'm dealing with because they're literally electric beings that they do not have the same physiological paradigm that we do. They cannot give childbirth in the same way that we can. They have silver fluids inside that's like liquid mercury.
Hmm.
They're trans-dimensional beings. They could go like up and down in dimensions. Like they can't
Well, yeah, it's like
they are not.
interdimensional. There's multidimensional. There's many different. There's no limitation.
It's completely different. So I'm basically um I've I'm coming to understand that like it's just so different. And I've learned that I love humans. I learned that I want to be here. I want to have children. And I learned that the ancient prophecies of the Bible of the whore of Babylon and the coming like hybridization of like this planet potentially is like really like, to be honest, I don't want to give
Mhm.
anybody the heebie-jeebies,
Yeah,
but
Steve.
it's like
Steve,
it's
hold,
getting
I
to
gotta slow
show
you down
that
for a minute. Hey, Steve.
for real, man. Yo,
I want to slow you down for a minute. So I'm going to do something here, which is unusual. Normally, I do it with people that have had abduction experiences, but I want to do something that's going to totally blow your consciousness tonight.
okay.
And I'm being guided by the Ashtar Command to do this for you. Are you willing to agree to do this? It'll all be good.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay.
I'm open. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something for you. And now Steve is not an abductee, but I'm also able to do this for a whole different reason. It's going to change your consciousness even more than where it is now. And what we're going to do is I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take 4 deep breaths in and release through your nostrils. I want you to clear your consciousness of all the thoughts, all the intellectual thoughts that you're going through right now. And just breathe in, breathe out through your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. When you've done that, let me know. And my headphones are off because they need to be recharged up, but that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I want you to keep your eyes closed. I'm going to, this is interesting. I'm going to send 2 Ashtar Command people into your location, into your house. They're just going to be cloaked, and they'll be there in like 2 seconds. And I want you to keep your eyes closed. They're about 7.5, 8 feet tall. 1 man, 1 woman. So keep your eyes closed. And I know some people saying, "What?" Like Nadina saying, "Huh?" Nadina, you'll understand once I do this. There's certain things I can do here. I'm not from this planet, so I can definitely do this. You're going to experience something here. Just watch it. So keep your eyes closed. And again, just let people know I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have neon signs blinking. I don't have a pendulum or pendulums jumping up in the air. I don't have any cards throwing up in the air. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me. Everything I do with people is absolutely real. You'll love this, Nadina. All right, and so keep your eyes closed. Right now, there is a small ship cloaked about 10,000 feet above your location. A small ship. And we have two people. All we need is two. You're not having any negative experiences, so it's all good. We have two people. And right now, what we're going to do is send those two space people from the command into your room. I want you to keep your eyes closed. I would like both of you, my space brothers and sisters, to come up to Steve. And I want the woman's going to touch your forehead in a moment. And you're going to feel like a vibrational sensation, I'm being told. Your forehead, she'll touch your forehead in a moment. I want you to be still, relax. When she touches you on the forehead, please tell me. Hello, April. I think April's back. Hello, April.
You know, I don't know if I'm like seriously like I think I'm dealing with like so much activity around me. I don't know if it's like if it's
Okay, we're going
possible
to do one other thing.
to
I want
gain
the man and the woman. I'm going to have the man touch your right shoulder. I'm going to have her touch your left shoulder. Please physically touch his shoulders to let him know you're there. And also at the same time, clear all the other energy in the room out. Please clear all that other energy that's also vibrating in the room so he will know that you're physically there. So I'm going to have one touch your right shoulder and one touch your left shoulder. Clear your mind. Be still. Don't think so much. Just be still and allow yourself to feel. Right now, they're clearing all the energy in the room you're in because you've had so much energy, so many thoughts that were going through your mind. They're trying to calm you down and clear your thoughts out so you can feel what they're doing.
Can you hear from them right now?
Yeah, can you? I'm going to hold my microphone, my phone here. So can you tell me what's happening?
Well, I just know I have a lot of I've been dealing with like a lot of different beings around, and I've been um needing to clean the space. I do like every now and then some fasts and stuff like this, and because it's difficult to explain, but there's a reason why they do fastings and stuff in religion.
So they're trying to get you to calm your energy down, not think so much. You're still thinking.
Off things from the body, you know.
They want you to
It's the
just.
yeah.
I wish I had my computer headphones on. You're they're thinking a lot right now, so they're trying to get you to calm down your thoughts. You're really thinking a lot. Take another deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you're sitting still, I want the man and the woman to somehow, whether it be touching him or somehow get him to realize that you're there. Clear all the energy out of his room, all the intellectual energy out of the room so he can actually focus.
Can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
Um, can I work with this like um symbiotic? I think I need to do some like cleansing and stuff of myself. I'm eating a very pure diet, but I think I need to like just cleanse myself further and do some of my own side of it and peel off some stuff. So I don't want to put them on the spot. I'm dealing with a lot of spirits around me a lot, and I don't, it's like asking them like just like for them to get down and inside of like
Well,
all
they'll
this.
actually, what I'm going to do is let them work with you. So what I'm going to do is to do this, I'm going to let you go down off the live. I'm going to let the two Ashtar people work with you. They'll stay with you for the next 48 hours. You have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of clearing that needs to be done inside your consciousness, and they're going to help you. So
Okay.
I'm going to let that happen. So Steve, I want to thank you for being on the show, but I'm really feeling the energy from you. You have a lot of thoughts, heavy thoughts in your consciousness, and that has to be cleared out so you can be centered. They're going to work with you on that.
Can I just say one thing before
Yeah.
I go? I apologize for any heavy thought. I grew up in a Christian family, and it will take more to explain to you what I'm talking about. It goes back to the Valkyria, um, or if I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry. Like known in Norse mythology, and it's very confusing. It would take a lot more to explain to you what I'm talking about, and it's not all something bad, but it's just like it's like an ancient physiological paradigm that's that goes along with their
Yeah.
their thing, like Shiva and all these different gods and how they use Kundalini like energies and things like this. This is what I'm like briefly touching upon without having to go too into it. I've been trying to keep out of like basically getting too much feelers on me, like it has to do with like succubus, incubus, and like this sort of thing. This is not just witches on broomsticks. This goes to Pleiadians. This is something like Anunnakians. This is something much more evolved than just like a simplistic mindset thinking of like
Hmm. Hmm.
witches on broomsticks, like crawling around, like, you know what I mean? It's very much more complex. Like I started researching Hinduism and um anyways, I won't go into the details of it. And I have seen UFOs, and I can back that up 100%, like that they're real. And something I didn't even know about the visual distortion field that they produce until I saw them directly, and like didn't make a sound. They were hovering above the ground, slowly spinning. I've seen one that was more like a bell shape, one that was more disc shaped. I saw one that was like an upside down pyramid, four wings coming off, kind of more like a combat one. I've seen different stuff, and I've seen a lot of different orbs. And I'm not coming like a false prophet, just saying this to make a point to gather
But
interest.
one
Like,
of the things, and I hear you,
this
I
is
hear you, I hear you, I
real
do hear you,
true.
Steve.
You know?
You,
Yeah.
you, you need to be your mind is you have a very intelligent mind and you have a lot of great stuff that, and I completely hear you. One of my key things is you have a brilliant mind, and that's the key word, brilliant, and it's a very positive thing to have a brilliant mind like you do. But there's also the other key factor is uh, you know is to let go of all the things in the intellectual mind and to allow yourself to get into the spiritual mind, because your intelligence is amazing. You have an incredible intelligence. But what they want to do, the two commanders, they want to work with you to get you to center your energy so that you can connect much more clearly without always, relating to the intelligent mind, but now getting into the spiritual cosmic body of yourself. So they love you. They're there to work with you. We love you. And letting go is a very important thing. Once you let go, don't be afraid to let go of your thoughts, because once you let go, it's like you'll still have your intelligent mind that's there. It's always going to be there. God gifted you with that. But to let go, sometimes it's when you're afraid to let go. Oh, what am I going to do if I let go of all these things I'm saying? Because this is my protector. This is the thing I have to hold on to. Just let go. Well, allow yourself to let go. Let yourself flow with the universe. And as you flow with the beautiful universe, I'm telling you, the man and the woman that are there from the ship, they're so loving, beautiful, Christed beings of light. If you let them, allow them to help you, they're not going to do anything other than essentially free you from all the 3D stuff that allows you to be still 3D bound in terms of this world. And once you let them help you, you will be released of all that stuff. They're going to help you with your DNA encodements. They're going to help you with your cellular structure. Don't be afraid to let it happen, because I think there's a little bit of what I'm getting is they're telling me there's a little bit of a control thing where you want to have, everyone should be in control of their own being. I'm the first one to tell you, no one should control anybody. But this is not a control issue. This is more of a letting go and allow yourself to be with the flow of the universe. Once you do that, you're going to see things way beyond everything, because you're so intelligent. You'll see things more than just the intelligence. Everyone needs their intelligence, but there's also the cosmic spirit, which is really, really important too. So that's what they're going to focus on with you tonight.
Okay, well, thank you for receiving me. Sorry if
Yes,
I
absolutely.
ranted a bit, and I
Yes.
appreciate your time and energy. And thanks to everybody for listening. Hope I didn't rant, and thank
No,
you.
you didn't rant. You were good, Steve. And you
Maybe
weren't,
sometime
and
in
I
the
didn't have any
future.
echo coming through your phone, so that was even better. We appreciate you very much, and appreciate your stories. And we only help, we help people not always with abductions. In this case, just to get the intellectual mind, which is you have a beautiful mind, to get back into the center of your being, which is really important. So they're going to help you open up to the more DNA encodements, your consciousness level. They're going to do a lot of beautiful things, and you're going to feel a lot different after 24, 48 hours from now. You're going to have much more of an expansive feeling of energy. So yeah, glad you came on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll touch base with you maybe in the future, and I have some things I'd
Absolutely,
like to share.
absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone give a round of applause for Steve on Encounters. We got him back up here, and there was no vibrational echoing or anything. So yeah, we appreciate that, Steve. Thank you for coming up here. Let me see here. Let's see. And now we're going to. So we're still on here live. Yeah, definitely. Steve can hang out with us anytime he wants. We enjoyed having him on here, and we enjoyed his presence. I think everybody did. The audio sounded a little bit better for Steve, so that's not too bad. And if you wish to come up here and join us, please do. Hey, Kit Kat. Good to have everybody with us. We're on planet Earth, but you're watching Encounters, the #1 late night spiritual talk show on social media. And I thought April was back in here. I thought April was in here. I think she had gone off for a little bit. Maybe walking the dogs. Hey, friends with fairies. We're going to try to get her back up here. Hey, a Jersey for life. Good to see you. I got some good light going on here now. That's not too bad. My headphones need to be charged up. We have our friends with fairies. I'm going to bring her on the ship. Friends with fairies, it's time to go on the ship now. We're going to bring her up on the ship. Hey, God's servant Joe, good to see you. Exina, good to see you as well. It's very relaxing. The energy feels really relaxed here. Good to have all of you with us here. And as April said earlier on the show, they rounded up a whole bunch of reptilians, which was good. Good. Hello, Commander. Can you read my message? Paranormal Ghostbusters. Well, I can read that message that you just gave me. I did read that message. We're at 1:23 a.m. in the morning on planet Earth. Good to have you all with us. And let's see, has anyone else got a story that they've been visited by space people, mer people, fairies, Bigfoot, anything going on? Cosmic Christie, good to see you. This show, all my shows are on my YouTube channel, Astro Command Spaceship News. So always, if you want to watch a show, those are on there. And we're almost at 100,000. That's not too bad. We appreciate that, everybody. Don't you have a story? The DJ J Red. Me, I always have a story to tell. I can tell some great stories, cosmically speaking. One of the things I can tell you is simply that I've learned a lot from hearing, and all our viewers learn a lot, because I love hearing stories, cosmic stories from my viewers, and I know a lot of people do. But I do always have stories to tell. I mean, when it comes to contact, when it comes to what's happening on planet Earth, many of you, if you're sensitive, you're feeling many. Thank you, Jersey for Life. Thank you for the Knight's Helmet. You're feeling the changes that are coming about on Earth and all the dramatic things that are going to be happening. And there is a lot going on. So we have to wait. We have to be waiting for now. Everything is a divine timing. So when it comes to contact, that's all in divine timing. It always has been. As human beings, we think, oh, the contact should happen tomorrow. Oh, why didn't it happen yesterday? But there is divine timing, and that's really important to know. Divine timing is universal time, which it's not really any time, so to speak. It's universal. And so as we patiently await for that time to occur, we will have contact. And we will have the ability to meet our star family and all the beautiful people in our star family. I think that's the key thing now. I think things are really amped up. I think the most important thing is there are individuals that have been on my show that are having physical contact with space people, with their star family. I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think many more will as the next weeks and months go by. More and more individuals around the world, even those without any computers or internet, they're probably having contact. They're probably having visitations. And if they remember those things that are happening to them, it's a beautiful thing. And one half to be passion. I think that's Mike V71. Mike V71. Mike V71, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
We're doing pretty good, Mike. And where are you located?
From Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. Okay, welcome to Encounters, #1 spiritual UFO talk show. And what's happening your way? What would you like to share with us?
Oh man, it's a couple things, bro. There was I've been seeing like things in the sky, right? Like points in the sky
Mm-hmm.
in the shape of a triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's like a huge object in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like maybe wondering like what that is, or if
What year
anybody
did when did you see it?
this within the past year. And I mean, not once, like several times, like 5, 6 times.
You saw the same object 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, or that object was 3 times, and I've seen other triangular like objects like a few more times than that.
Mm-hmm. When
Yeah,
you saw these in the area you're in, and is it pretty like rural or is it built up? What's it like?
it's not like a big city, right? But it's a medium-sized city, I guess. It's Lubbock's not way too big.
Okay, Lubbock.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard about the
I,
Lubbock
I
lights. But go ahead.
oh yeah, I came from Levelland though, and that is a smaller town.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, it's just crazy. Like the other ones I would see is it's three lights, right? But they're like it's blue, green, and yellow,
Mm-hmm.
but like almost pastel colors, like glowing lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you see these lights, do you have a feeling you're being watched? Like, it seems to me like you're having these different things occur, which I
Uh-huh.
find fascinating. What do you feel like when you're looking at them? What kind of feeling do you get? I always wonder when people tell me these stories.
Like okay, I'm gonna tell you one here in a second. But like this, it's not like a scared
Right.
or any type of feeling. It's not. I'm not worried about it or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not scaring me or anything.
Okay.
When I see them, it's like interesting, I guess, maybe what I could say.
And that's good that if you're not feeling scared, then you're feeling a positive. Do you feel like not to power suggestion, but do you feel a positive energy coming from it?
Say maybe, or yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's not a bad energy for sure.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's and again, I go by what my viewers tell me, what my guests tell me.
Mhm.
So I think if that's what you're having is a positive experience, then that's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I never put power suggestions into my guest consciousness. So I find that interesting. So you've had these experiences. Have you felt like you're going to have some sort of like a contact or something? Have you felt
Well,
like they're trying to
well,
contact you?
yeah. I mean, I'm not sure, right? But there was another time I went to Hobbs, New
Mm-hmm.
Mexico. It's about 2 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave Hobbs like about 3 in the morning, and I haven't been drinking or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm fully aware of what's going on, right? So right before I leave Hobbs, or like I remember leaving Hobbs, I see the Hobbs sign. I leave
Yeah.
Hobbs. I woke up like 4 hours later, like 2.5 hours in the opposite direction of where I was going. So it's 3 in the morning. I woke up like at 7 in the morning. It's daylight, and I'm driving. You know what I mean?
So
I'm
do you
pulling up to
think you
the
had missing time?
yes, yeah. I mean, definitely hours. Like, and I woke up in my car driving still. Like, I don't remember how I got there. I don't remember nothing. I woke up in
Hmm.
Welch, and
So go ahead. I was gonna go ahead. I want to hear the rest of it. I'm getting
yeah.
information. Go ahead.
I woke up in Welch, or like there was a town in the distance, right? That was Welch, and yeah, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like it's 3 in the morning, and
Yeah,
I woke up at.
we gotta watch the
Oh,
language
okay.
you
I'm
have to say
sorry,
now.
sorry,
It's
sorry
okay. You
about
didn't
that.
know that, but now you do. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what the heck's going on? But it's daylight, and I'm confused, and I, I end up running out of gas about like not even 2 miles after I woke up.
wow.
Yeah. So like I had 3/4 of a tank of gas. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I start walking towards this town. First person that comes up is it's a pastor from Lubbock. He's over there 2.5 hours away from Lubbock, and we bumped into each other at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of unusual, right?
I mean, very, very like I'm not sure what have no recollection of hours of my, you know what I mean, of me being awake or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's you definitely had a missing time is usually because you've been abducted. And if you were abducted, so when you initially were driving from
Mhm.
Hobbs, New Mexico, was it nighttime?
It was
You were and just to get the so keep people the storyline, you're awake, you're driving your car, you're doing your normal
yes,
thing, getting in the car to drive. And
yeah.
when did the missing time happen at that point?
As soon as I left that town, I
Yeah.
can't remember anything past that
Now the
at
road
all.
you were on when you left Hobbs,
Mhm.
is it like I don't know that area because I'm in Connecticut. Is it
It's
more
all
of
high.
a
It's all
it's a
highway.
the highway? But off the
Yes.
highway, is there like desert area or what's it like?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a
Yeah.
desert area. Yeah, you would definitely, and I think some people are absolutely correct. One person saying maybe a portal, but you had missing time. When you came back in terms of the daylight hour, and you were
Hmm.
somewhere else at that point, and you ran out of gas, did you notice anything on your arms, any markings, or anything that was possibly done?
I didn't. Oh,
No markings. Well, that's good.
yeah.
Um, how did you? One person, Mr. Extraordinary, is asking a question. How did you feel after that?
Not good. Like I woke up like almost, I guess, kind of almost sick. I guess.
You felt almost sick.
Yeah,
That's not good
for a few hours.
for a
And
few hours.
okay, so that happened, right? And not too long after that, it's like there was a time I woke up in my apartment, and when I woke up, I couldn't remember anything, dude. Like nothing, not even my name. I looked outside. I didn't know what was outside for about 5 minutes
Hmm.
until I looked at a piece of mail, and as soon as I see my name on it, right, that's when everything came back. Like I didn't know what anything was.
So you had another experience
Yeah, yeah,
inside your room.
yeah. At my apartment, yeah, I was by myself, and
And
so like
when did that happen in comparable to the road thing when you were in Hobbs and you had missing time there? When was
it's
that?
for sure. This is like a 5 month time period, no longer than 5 months.
So you had another account of missing time inside your home 5 months later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, and it was weird because like right before I woke up in my dream, like I remember like going through like the first and second floor of that building into my bed, and then I woke up and like I don't know what anything is, you know?
Someone's asking if you had any health issues.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no,
And that's if
sir.
my audience is asking questions, which they can. So I'm getting that because of the situation, I would like to assist you.
Okay.
I don't know how long you've watched my show, but I've done this the last few weeks. I've helped people um, where I've actually sent space people to your location, wherever your location is in New Mexico. And if you say yes, um, 95% of the people do feel the energy shifts when I do this for them. And I'd like to see if you'd like me to gift you with some help.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, you're open to it. Okay. So we're going to do that for them, folks. And this is now going into an Ashtar Command consciousness mode. I love my space family a whole lot. And, I really do love them a whole lot. And so I love them for a lot of reasons. My biological husband's family knows I love them a lot. I really truly do. They watch our show, and I'm going to help you. And I'm thanking however this works, since it started happening last year with me, I'm able to do this. So I just humbly accept what I'm able to do to help others. And I want to help you here. So we're going to do,
Okay.
there's a train coming by. So if you hear like a train, I'm a few blocks away from a train track. You can hear the nighttime train coming. But anyway, forget the train. So I want you to close your eyes, and the train will be going by, and it'll be done here in a minute. But I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a deep breath in and release through your nostrils. Take that deep breath through the nostrils about 4 times. Do it about 4 times.
Okay.
And then we'll begin. And when you feel relaxed, let me know.
Okay.
And I don't have my headphones on here, so there you go. Tell me when you're ready, and we'll begin.
All right, I'm ready.
How you feeling right now, okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. So right now, folks, for those watching my show, you're going to see something that I've done before, and I'm doing this on behalf of the Ashtar Command. That's where my origin comes from, before Earth. I am CmdrAleon off planet. I'm CmdrAleon on planet. And all right, so let's do this here right now. What I'm going to do is have you close your eyes. We're going to send a medium-sized spaceship above your location in New Mexico, cloaked. And we're going to send 7 of our space people to your location. Keep your eyes closed, please. A few of them are going to check the area, check all the energies in the area where you are, where you live. They're just making sure there's a clarity of energy, of light. So they're working on that right now. 2 of them are going to join you in your room. In a moment, you'll see an energy shift happen. The first thing they're going to do is clear all the energy in your house. So they're coming in your room. There's 2 others that are going through each room to clear all the energy of the years past and present. They're clearing all the energy out of your home so that there's going to be a clarity of purity of energy in which they're going to bring you to assist you.
Okay.
The 2 of them are coming into your room now. I want you to keep your mind clear. Don't think of anything. That's so important when we're doing this kind of work. And as they come closer to you, they're going to let you know they're there. One's going to touch your shoulder on the right and one on the left. And the 2 Ashtar commanders, please let him know that you're physically touching him so he is actually aware that you're there. And when they have, if you feel anything, let me know.
Okay.
The woman is going to touch your neck area, something with your neck area that has something to do with what happened when you got a missing time. So she's going to do something with your neck area. Give it a moment. You should feel something in a minute. She was kind of telling me point to my neck area, my back, and she's saying neck area, neck area. They've cleared a lot of the energy in your house has been cleared. I've been being communicated with. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Calm.
Say again.
So I feel calm.
And do you feel any energy around you?
Um, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
The energy in your room is a lot different than it was before you came on.
Yeah. I feel it feels a little bit more peaceful.
Yeah, they're working on the energy. They're upping the vibrational energy in all your rooms right now. And you also, I can feel from here. I can feel your energy. It's very much more calmer. Not that it wasn't calm before. It's a lot more calmer.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
They're going to make sure that you never have an experience like that again, where you have no memory of what your experience was, because you were
Right.
definitely abducted twice.
Yeah. Like, also, I was wondering, you know, like more or less what those lights were, or like.
The lights, those lights were coming from spaceships. Those
Mhm.
were actually different types of non-terrestrial craft. I wasn't getting any information as to where they were from. I think some of those lights
Mhm.
had to do with what would happen to you in the future with your missing time.
Yeah.
I think there's a connection
There was
between the
another.
light
I'm
and
gonna tell.
your time on the road, on the highway, where you actually lost time and woke up in daylight and ran out of gasoline and so forth, met the pastor. Then 5 months later, in your house, you have missing time.
Yeah. Well, there was a time after that as well. Like,
What happened after that?
I was me and two friends were driving down the highway from Lubbock to Levelland, and
Hmm?
we seen this bright light on top of the freeway, about like 100 feet in the air,
Hmm.
maybe, right? It started off like way in the distance, like high in the sky, and then we're like halfway to Levelland, and this light is about 100 feet on top of the highway, lighting up all four lanes.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Yeah. So like it's me and my friend and two friends. So like we go right under it, and we look up, and it's the same three lights. And it's weird. As soon as we pass it, like we look back and it's gone. Like you can't see it after you pass it.
Right.
Or like, maybe like if
So
you're
was
like,
it one solid object with three lights?
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that particular spaceship, whoever they are, they
Mhm.
were involved in your missing time, which you had on the road and in the house. That same grouping of ETs, whoever they were on the ship, they were
Yeah.
involved in your missing time.
Mhm.
Do you realize that?
I mean, now that you're saying it, man, kind of makes sense a little bit.
Yeah, that's why they initially contacted you. They were monitoring you, and then
Hmm.
again, I can't explain how they figure out to do what they did,
Yeah.
but they knew when they were going to abduct you, and you had missing time. Then you had the missing time in the room. Then what you just told me is later on, you were with your friends, and you went right under the spaceship, which was above you.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know, like how to explain it, but those lights had been in the sky for like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they were like just
yeah,
two at a place lights in the sky, and they've been there for a couple of weeks. And me and a few friends had seen them, and I didn't think nothing of it until that night when
yeah.
when they
That's
were on top of the
definitely
highway.
the correlation between the stories you've told me and the triangular ship The triangular
Yeah.
ship had a lot to do with your missing time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All
But they
right.
won't be able to do that to you anymore because the command's putting a protection shield around you, around your location. Whenever you travel, you'll be protected without any problems.
All right. Oh, I think that was all. That's all I had to talk about, I think.
Now, you had quite a bit to talk about, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you being
Yeah.
able to come up here.
Do what?
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Mike, thank you. Have a beautiful night, and they're going to be with you for another day or two. Michelle has had some encounters. I've had several experiences and contact and visits. Michelle, come on up. Don't be shy. I just invited you. I know we want to hear your story. I've had several experiences and contact and visits. I want to hear the story. Michelle, just press the guest icon, the multi-guest option, and just accept my request. I won't be on here. Let's see, is Michelle going to come up? I've had several experiences and contact. Michelle, you have plenty of followers. We'd like to hear, how many people would like to get Michelle up here to tell her story? I'd like to hear about the several experiences and contacts and visits. Yes. Let's see if Michelle will come up. You know, we'll see if we can get her up here. By popular demand. You are popular, Michelle. Caroline, no, I don't believe in the firmament. I think that that's created by the internet. When the internet was created, so was that whole thing. I don't believe in any blockage of going and coming from the planet Earth. That's just another 3D matrix control thing that people want people to believe. We can come and go as we wish anywhere if we are willing to expand our consciousness. Can I tell if someone has attachments? Not really, unless they talk about it much. It's really hard for me to just automatically tell if a person has attachments. It looks like Michelle is not joining us. I get bad thoughts sometimes. When you get bad thoughts, Michelle, just meditate, put some Christ consciousness music, and you'll have no problem. No problem whatsoever. All right. Well, we're getting up to near 2 o'clock, and maybe she'll come on sometime. I'm going to call it almost a night here. It's almost, we've been on since 11:07 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank all our guests. All our shows are on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Ask Recommend Spaceship News, and you can watch all the previous shows, including last night's show, which I'm going to be putting on, which is still a show behind. And then I'll get this show on tomorrow as well. We're at 80,000 right now. Let's get to 100,000. If you all tap the screen, we can get up to 100,000. You have to tap my profile and just keep tapping. If everybody does it, we will do this in like a few minutes. Let's make it happen. Please share and like. Please like my broadcast. Please follow. That's another thing. Please follow if you're not following. This means you'll be able to know when I'm live here on Encounters, the #1 spiritual talk show on social media. Let's see who's coming in here. I love Dino's. Can you tell me what you wish to talk about. I love Dino's. Is asking to come on live. I love Dino's. What would you like to share on encounters? Can you put it in a sentence so I have an understanding? Hey, Jay. Hey, Trance. Like, oh, okay. I don't know what that's all about. I don't think we need to. That person is now been blocked because I knew there was something weird. GeoRock78. GeoRock78. I see you. Focus on space, cool rocks, kitties, love my lady, and 4 kids. We're getting up towards almost 100,000. We're at 85.5. Everybody, please press the like button. Just press the button. Just tap on my screen. That's what you got to do. Tap on the screen, and that will bring up us to 100,000. Look at it, my third pinned video. We'll have to check that out, Gio. I'm just looking at everything here. I've been watching this guy for a long time. And tomorrow night we'll have more guests. But I want to get up to 100,000 before 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Gosh, 2 p.m. Okay, Tisuto says, I'm trying to do nighttime chores to UFO stories. Interesting. New Amsterdam, you don't want to mix space people up with other entities. You want to separate that. So what you need to do is separate other entities and space beings. And the way you do that is to just separate them in your thinking. You separate them. We're at 90.5. And we'll be right back, folks. Alrighty. I want to thank all of you for being here. Did we get to 100,000 yet? We're at 94.4. 94.4. And cool, Gio. Gio, we'll have to have you come on here one of our other nights on the show here. I'm CmdrAleon, your host. We're almost at 100,000. Everybody tap. We have 247 good folks out here around the world. If you're not used to knowing how to get the likes up, you have to tap the screen. So if you tap with your finger on my broadcast on the screen, it'll increase the thing right up. So everybody do it. We'll be at 100,000 before 2 a.m. in the morning. We're at 97.3. Let's see if we can do it. You know, I bet you I can out tap everybody. I always say this. Here we go. Watch this. I'm tapping so quickly. Just as an example, that's how quickly I tap. Can you tap as quickly as I could, anybody? The tapping races are on here. We're at 99.2. I think some people are going to out tap me. Almost at 100,000. Bam. There you go. Thank everybody for being here. We love you all. New people, old people. This is the Commander. We're with you nightly at 11 o'clock. You might see me take a night off once in a while because I also need to rejuvenate my energy. So, yes. I want to thank everybody, all my guests for being here. Another great show. Go to my YouTube channel, Astrocommand Spaceship News. Tonight's show will be on YouTube by tomorrow, and last night's show will be on YouTube by tomorrow as well. Thank you for the bracelets. We appreciate all the gifts. We'll attach you later. Take care, everybody. Peace, love, and light.